Yo, Josh the Arch the Archer. So Matisse Thybulle from the 2019 NBA Draft, 20th pick. I really appreciate the 76ers for going out there and picking him. Without him, we wouldn't be at the level we're at. He's honestly one of the best defenders in the entire NBA. And he has one of the best steal percentages in the NBA also, with the 3.7 rating percentage, and that's one of the best in Sixers franchise history. So Matisse Thybulle, honestly, his potential is extremely big. His wingspan, I would say, is also high up there. And for Matisse Thybulle going forward into this year, honestly, I could see him being defensive player of the year, because if you actually look at the league right now, you look at who is going to be a candidate. Obviously, we got Rudy Gobert being back in there. We got Ben Simmons. And then we got, Matisse Thybulle. And for me, it's just I expect Matisse Thybulle to be playing more minutes next year. And if he does, he's 100% getting defensive player of the year, because his defensive rating, his steal percentage is just, what I'm saying, it's just so high up there on limited minutes. The dude is not even a starter for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's going into his third year, know what I'm saying? So it's really his potential is just really so high up there. And I'm just hoping that the Philadelphia 76ers can, of course, play him a little bit more. Honestly, I really haven't really seen a player like Matisse Thybulle. The way he can just get steals at that rate and even blocks is kind of just insane. Obviously he's a little bit taller of a player. He doesn't really shoot jumpers at a high rate, but what he can do on the defensive end is unlike any player in the league right now. I mean, obviously we got players the player that I would kind of compare Matisse Thybulle in the defensive end would be Kawhi Leonard. Really, this is a really high comparison right there. I can't really think of any other player except probably Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday and Kawhi Leonard is a perfect comparison to Matisse Thybulle on the defensive end. He's a guy that he literally just pokes out his arm and he's gonna get the ball. And that just literally is what Jrue Holiday and Kawhi Leonard does. Obviously, yeah, when someone is, going up against Matisse Thybulle, that's going to be very tough to do. He is definitely 100% that guy that you do not want guarding you. 100%, you do not want this guy, Matisse Thybulle, guarding you, because a lot of percentage of the times, he's going to block you. He's going to get that steal. And it also, his perimeter defense is also really good. I've seen a lot of instances where he can just, block that shot on the 3-point shot. And he jumps super high too. Kind of just like Ben Simmons on the 3-point shot, guarding, not shooting. He jumps super high to get that block, you know what I'm saying? It's just very, very good defensive work by Matisse Thybulle, and I'm sure he works very hard on that. In the Olympics, he did also very good. He was having 4 steals, 4 blocks. Obviously the offensive side of things isn't that well, but that's something that you got to look at, especially he's a sophomore. He's obviously going to his third year. Someone that develops a defensive side to their game that early is gonna be extremely good in the future. And working that good on your defensive side, it's gonna transition into your offensive game. I could definitely see Matisse Thybulle being a all-star type player. And that's kind of how I feel about Kawhi Leonard. I feel like he's always been a good defensive all-around player coming into the league. They always saw him like that. And that that contributes into your work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got a dude over here that works that hard on his defensive work, he's gonna go on here and he's gonna work extremely hard on his offensive side of things. Same thing goes for Drew Holiday. You know, plays hard. People like that play hard in the NBA, they're gonna play hard in the NBA. And next year, my predictions for him, you know, I can see him winning Defensive Player of the Year, or at least being a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. There's no way I don't see that happening for Matisse Thybulle. I feel like that's really going to happen. I'm not sure if the Philadelphia 76ers will play him a little bit more. You know, looking at the lineup, if Ben Simmons gets traded, could Matisse Thybulle potentially be playing in the lineup? You know, honestly, I don't think so. Just for the fact that Matisse Thybulle isn't a three-point shooter. You know, obviously the Philadelphia 76ers have been working around putting shooters around whoever's the point guard. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and think Ben Simmons gets traded. So I still have Matisse Thybulle being in the bench. You know, Tyrese Maxey's also a person that's on the bench, and we also got, you know, Furkan Korkmaz. So it's honestly just how much, you know, minutes Matisse Thybulle is gonna play. You know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully this dude gets a lot of minutes and he can contribute on that team. I think something Matisse Thybulle needs to cut off on is his turnovers. I think that's gonna get better, because it's only his third year in the NBA. Like, that's something that can change. A lot of players, when they're coming into the league, they have a problem dealing with turnovers, and I'm hoping that could change. You know, I'm really hoping that could change, because if he gets that fixed, damn, Matisse Thybulle is gonna be a really good player in the NBA. He already is, and I don't know why that much people aren't as high on him as me. You know, a player that, like, I really, you know, was really high on was in the defensive side of things was Zaire Smith. Obviously, you know, unfortunately, he got sick and then now he's out of the NBA. Hopefully, you know, Matisse Thybulle can continue doing good for that team and win Defensive Player of the Year. I'm really hoping the best for him. And he's a good dude out and off the court, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be that guy, but, you know, Matisse Thybulle is a good player. But yeah, I really think he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude is very good. With that being said, though, it's going to wrap up things for this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Josh3Arch.Archer. We're going to keep shooting arrows, you know what I'm saying? Shoot that arrow at this like button, you know what I'm saying? And I'm out.